Hey, but RP them fuck niggas, but they hate a rap nigga. Let's not even talk about them fuck niggas. Fuck them. Hit my line talking about what's up, what's up then. Last time I saw you, you was talking about production. Looking at you now, I see you ain't get rid of it. Looking at you now, I see you ain't get rid of nothing. Where you get that genius from? Show the plans, but that shit still popping out the front and the back. That shit still popping out the damn. That shit came popping out them jeans like a coat. Girl, you gotta pop that on me like a coat. So I wanna crack behind your back like a joke. So I wanna lift you up high like a boat. So I wanna tell your box out like a coach. Get inside of Benedict like a pope. Girl, you got me begging for a 10 like a girl. I'm just hanging in the summer like a girl. I wanna slide in your box and walk home. Trying to hit you coming out your shell like a yoke. But I heard you fucking with a nigga that I know. So why is violent?
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask. What is...
Hey. 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 Look. Gotta thank God without bro, I wouldn't be. I started with a half, now I keep a couple piece. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Money don't grow on trees, but trust I keep a forest. Yeah, I grew up the poorest, dogs, so what's your excuse? I flip bags out the store in my daily commute. The south side to the east, dog, the north side to the west. If I make it back from Cali, thank God, cause I'm blessed. And I never got caught. Dog, I never broke laws. I put balls on motherfuckers just for running their jaws. Now what you heard about me? Well, you finna see. Play with disrespect, dog. Not me. I'm from California, hey. At the end of the day, we flip bags, bang rags, cook minimum wage. I grew up a bastard. It's only right. I'm a rapper. Was always good with mathematics. It's only right. I'll trap you. I put the work. I broke parts and I made it out the slums. From a city now where you gotta keep guns. That's Phoenix, dog. The meanest weapon hotter than the sun. And I ain't the only one, dog. We all got clip. My clip don't jam. This that Russian stick. P47 just for Russia, bitch. I got business for sale. I ain't talking about hoes. I made my first tick. Ran off some puppies and bones, niggas.
Off some puppies and balls. I have my little nigga coming up your house with some balls. Pull up with the members and you know as they go. You better not play with big ball. Have niggas right at your throat. She keeps talking about a nigga, but she know we a hoe. One false move and you know we on froze. Raised not to fold. No, this ain't nothing I told you. AK with the stick and it came from Big Bro. You get it in by the low. Yeah, that's all that we know. I gotta do whatever it takes to get my mama home. Yeah, I gotta do whatever it takes to get my mama home.
But go get the album and the EP. Look, I know they talking shit. That's why I'm living with a stick. Something like a pick the way I'm scouting for the bitch. Regardless what you did, dog, I ain't never switch. All about my chick, just keep your hands about my dick. I don't even trip cause I know no one sold you. Sloppy with the trick cause I do it how to pose. I can put you on, come on, baby, lift up and watch daddy, he gon' show you, dog. This rap shit be regular. Fuck niggas. I don't see competitors. We ain't the same. Cause I be lit. And I know your type. Why you sweating? Acting just like Nicky, all these niggas trying to fight me, but that tough talk is me shit, bet it up. We can knuckle up. It's really what you want to do, shit. Grab that thing and make me double dutch. Shout out Buddha Abby. He just doubled up. Type of shit I'm trying to see my youngest coming up. Still ain't heard about every bit I fuck with us. Don't let me lock eyes with your bitch, I'ma fuck it up. I lie to my bitch, she gon' help me come. I told you little niggas, I'm the chosen one. I'ma show you little niggas how it's really done. Peak game, little brody, but I make them fall in love. Look, I know they talking shit, that's how I'm whipping with a stick. Something like a pick the way I'm scouting for the bitch. That's what you did, dog. I ain't never switch. All about my chick, just keep your hands up on my dick. I don't even trip cause I know no one sold you. Sloppy with the trick cause I do it how to post. I get you on, come on, baby, lift up and watch daddy, he gon' show you. Show you. I can talk shit real nice and sell dope too.
Every time you swipe your card, it never go through. Nobody answer when I call. I think the Pro Tools. I might die if I don't got it. That's why I told tools. That's why I told it. Like smart you. When I get the game, I'ma flip it. I don't post pics. The hoes love to say that I'm tripping because I don't show stack your tickets down on the business. You know, for mercy. Every time my phone ring, it make me crack a smile. What you mean? I be put up. I'm out in traffic now. And I pull up, I'll be playing. I'll back you down.
Good, y'all. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get started right now. It's 9:05. I started the call at what I think it was 8:58. We got about 40 minutes. I don't want to waste anybody's time here tonight. I do appreciate you guys for joining up tonight. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday, and y'all could literally be doing anything. All right. So you guys see exactly what we have here. All right, and you already know who it is. It's your boy Suave Flex with the Splash Bros. All right. Teaching our number one strategy right here, TSQ. If you don't know, now you know. All right. In this case, this is what time we like to trade. Technically, is when this is the most volatile for market, for gold to be, for it to be moving. Okay. Another session that we also like to trade is London. I don't want to type that in because I'm not gonna confuse you guys, but with the strategy that we're going to teach, that we teach in general, but what I'm going to show you guys tonight, you guys could literally use at any time as long as you are using proper risk management, following 4-hour trend, 30-minute structure, 15-minute entry, and then risking 100 pips on a 0.02 max. Okay. This is what we're following. All right, guys. This is TSQ. This is exactly what Joe and I have definitely built. He definitely taught me, ran with it, and we just literally since last year been holding these calls every Sunday. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get straight into it. We're on a daily chart right now. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour, just like how that says. Okay, 4-hour trend right now. I don't know who's in here. Who's experienced in here? Jaime, what are we at right now? 4-hour trend. Just someone who's been in the game a little bit. If you're there, if not, that's cool. I know you got kids, so probably busy. No worries. 4-hour trend is up right now, guys. We're up. Right now, we broke consolidation last week. I had this marked up in the Discord. I think, mentioned a 1-hour consolidation. And through this consolidation, gold smacked and just like out of nowhere just shot up like towards the end of the day, Friday morning it shot up. It just blasted through. And that's probably because of the pre-Iranian shots that were fired. And things like that. That news came out that same night. So they already had planned that day. They already knew what was going to happen. The news got to us a little bit late, therefore gold blasted through, and we saw TSQ just break. We saw TSQ 4-hour trend just break through, exactly what we teach. Now, if you were to go find these trades, okay, how are we finding these trades to enter into the market? Okay. Well, we know that 30-minute is going to be our what structure. We know that as soon as gold broke through this quarter level, what we teach, because TSQ is quarter level, so trend structure quarter level, we're at a 52. So 5,200, as soon as we broke through, we can go on the 15-minute because we have to find that entry. As soon as we broke through, that's when you wanted to say, okay, I want to look for another trade. It broke our quarter level. We trade TSQ. That's why I like to look for 5-minute entries. Okay. A 5-minute entry would have been awesome right here as well. The heck? A 5-minute entry would have been awesome. It would have been great. Why? As soon as it broke through. Once it broke through here on that 5-minute, you would have saw the entry right here to go in. Right here. Boom. You would have went in right there. 100 pips max. Because that's all you need. You don't need anything else. All right. It would have been right there. All right. I think right there. A little bit more. So your entry would have been, oh yeah, that was right. So your entry would have been right there, 52.10. 100 pips stop loss because you're risking 100. No drawdown, bro. Like you could have went next quarter level. And and that's what TSQ is right there. I'm gonna mute you right quick, brother. Or if you can mute yourself. Not giving me the option. There we go. Got you. So when we're teaching, and I'm talking very slow because I want you guys to really understand what exactly it is that we're teaching here. And it might sound like China. It might
Your
sound like,
voice, your voice is very low, dog.
can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm like very close to my mic, but all right. I'm gonna talk loud then. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Hello? Hello? Hello?
A little bit better.
A little bit better. All right. Well, if you can hear me, I'm glad that you can hear me. I'll speak up a little bit more.
I'm gonna disconnect from my Wi-Fi. Hold on.
No worries. Now in this case here, what we're teaching, thank you. Thank you. I thought so. In this case, when we're shooting through this quarter level, that entry would have been that next 5 minutes. So that next 5 minute candle right here, right where my arrow's at, you would have got in and you would have had no drawdown actually, no draw. You would have got in, you would have saw, okay, cool. We're looking at trend. We know that we want right now, because if we were looking last week, we were in that consolidation mode. That's what I'm talking about. We were trying to find that breakthrough, which was right here. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit because I had the golden zones marked up. This was a golden zone for the buy.
That's what it was.
If you would have went into this golden zone buy right here, then you would have been straight. You would have been able to catch this buy and just ride it all the way up almost thousands of pips right now. Probably like 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 pips right now. You'd be up 2,000 pips from this entry, plus almost 3,000. Okay. And with that gold, and the only reason I seen that golden zone was because I wanted gold to sell. I wanted it to sell last week. We wanted that, and it sold off here. I was catching these sells, making some bread there. And then this golden zone, the reason it was my golden zone is if we zoomed out, we zoom out a little bit more, okay? Again, I want you guys to really, really understand today's call. And I'm going to be posting these Zooms, post them I'm actually going to start posting them right before the actual, the next Sunday call. But that's besides the point. Anyways, do you guys see the bigger picture now? How gold was just consolidating all right here. If I take away these indicators, hide drawings, oops, that did not hide anything. There we go. If I did all this right here, I'm gonna redo it. Okay. Wow, it's putting all that shit right back. Okay, I gotta get used to TradingView. Anyway, when I'm looking at this, and it broke through, you guys could see the entry that we have. Look, the entry that we have, and the reason I had this golden zone right here in this area was because gold wasn't hitting, it wasn't going below. It had smacked up, and I was watching these left areas over here, and I had marked this up, I think, in the middle of the night, and I called this my golden zone because I wanted gold to touch or smack these other areas. And look, the bigger picture, you see this big consolidation. You see it just playing ping pong until it had to really break through that next quarter level. And look, it smashed through 5,200 like we said. How would you have caught that entry? You go down to the 30-minute. Sorry, you go down to the 30-minute. You find that structure that we're talking about, TSQ, because it's 4-hour trend. You already knew the trend was in consolidation, so you had to wait. But the overall picture, if you were right here looking at gold, this would have been uptrend. You would have been an uptrend, okay? Because of all this that's been happening since down here, all these golden zones that I've been calling like golden zone. Like imagine these entries holding these ones down here. These were golden zones for gold to just continue to go up. And you could have seen this on the daily chart. That's why these were my golden zones. I look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is always going to be up, especially with this precious metal. Now it's just finding the entries. We don't swing, but when we do catch a swing trade, we definitely I know Joe likes catching those entries. I think the entry that he has right now, that could be a potential swing for him, where he's holding that trade and it's going to go all the way to 42 or sorry 54.50, where it's going to smack all these other levels and just continue to go up, where that last high was 5600. Gold has that potential, especially in the times that we're at right now. Okay. I see overall, me personally, if we're going down to the smaller time frames and finding structure, of course, we're going to be, I would say, uptrend right now. Boom. Shot up, big old gap right there. Came back down, retested a nice level, retested a great quarter level. Like, look at that. That retested 5,300, shot all the way back up. Now, I told you guys I was considering 52.82. Why? That's a perfect, like 52.82 is perfect. And now that I'm looking at it, it's closing the gap. I didn't even see about that it was closing the gap. I was thinking of a fair value candlestick that it needs to close in this area. And I use fair value, those fair value gaps to actually, kind of initiate another confirmation for me on my end. But when we get these confirmations, that's why you could see gold like boom, boom. It probably might want to come back, retest this area. Now, anything below 53, then yeah, you're going to see the sell. Like if this thing would have came down and started selling more, then yeah, we probably would have saw that 52.82. Right now, I don't see it. Obviously, it's so far away from it. Can it happen? Fuck yeah. Why? Because New York is going to want some of this action too. NY is going to want some of this action. They're going to wake up and be like, yo, hold up. We didn't catch none of those pips. Nah, let's sell it right quick. Let's liquidate. Let's sweep people out. Or they're just going to say, hey, we're in war. Let's go. Let's ride it. And let's go. Let's break the top. So that's why we got to be mindful on Sundays too, because that was a great call out. We already knew it was going to buy up though. We already knew. Like you could have marked, like anybody could have, just based off, again, what's going on in the world. All right. This was an easy setup for Sunday. I caught pips. I already knew I was gonna buy. Fucking pressed buy at 4:02 p.m. I pressed buy. I had no drawdown at all. Just the shit just shot up. Closed my trade. Boom. Now get into this. It's finding these entries now. Okay, guys. 30-minute, 15-minute. All right. You see that. Look, it's holding 53.50 right now. You could catch another entry finding the TSQ strategy using that quarter level where, again, gold likes to hold these quarter levels. It's very, very structured. That's why I trust this process. This is why I know this process because of my brother Joe. All right. And then after learning it and doing it for so long, like you really see that gold likes to respect these levels. Do it. Back test it. This is what you guys paid for. You guys have lifetime access to this. Watch the past videos. Why do you think Edgar understands and is calling out his own trades? The dude understands TSQ because he's been watching all these, past videos, but not only that, he was typically on every call. Right now I know he's busy, but dude was on every single Sunday call that I had. And I get it. It's Sunday, 9 p.m. You could literally be doing anything. And right now, this strategy that you're learning right now will help you. I'm going to mark a golden zone because I'm seeing some action. All right. These are going to be my golden zones right here. All right. If anything, I want to see just gold. And it's probably just going to shoot up right now, but I would love to see it do this. Okay. Something like that. And let's just come right back up into this area. And then maybe again, drop right here. And then shoot right back up. And then we probably will get those big booms in the morning. Hopefully we get more action tonight. I'd say London session could sweep this a little bit. And it could even come back down right here in this area. Where it could sweep, just, a little sweep. and then come right back up. Okay. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Like if I look left, like where these candlesticks, you can see these big wicks. You can see these big wicks. They're telling stories like, oh, there's money down over here. People bought all this. So there's people up here. All right, probably got swept. Boom. Now there's people up here. Boom. Now they need to get swept over here because there's probably some big stop losses all the way down over here. You know, and that's why we got to look at it. Okay, that's why we got to be mindful on Sundays. We want to look at this structure, 15-minute, 5-minute. You got to be kind of watching it. That's part of the game, guys. Watching these charts. And gold is so volatile that this thing, look at this candle. This thing can just break through right now. All right. Right here, another golden zone. But we want it to break. We want this thing to break through, retest, and break this next quarter level. Once it breaks the next quarter level and it goes up to 53.75 and you see the break, the structure where it comes back down to just take off again to 54. Because it almost touched 54. I was looking at that before we started the call. I didn't even know that. I don't even know what my entry was. I just know I bought. I think I bought at like 53.50 and I just took the buy and I got out like somewhere around here. And I went swimming. But I'm like looking at it now. Yeah, this thing could just retest right here. Boom, like I said, come back up, breaks this structure over here. And we see that continuation up. I want to see gold go up. I think it's time. We're about to hit the end of Q1 around April. So we're going into March. I think, people are getting their money, they're getting their taxes. People are like, oh, what? I'm not going to miss out. So they're buying, buy. And especially if time of war, things like this will go up. I think oil even surged up too. Things like that. So you guys, again, it's TSQ. We're going to go back to it, all right? Because I still got time. 4-hour trend, okay? 4-hour trend. If we see it right now, we're green. We're up. So we're looking at buys, okay? We're looking at buys. So if we're going to go down to the 30-minute, okay, look at the structure. It just smacked. This is something that Joe likes to fucking talk about. You can even go on the hour chart. Look at that. Smack that. Almost smacked the quarter level right there, the 53.50 right there. But it hit that golden zone right here. I think the golden zone that we've already marked. And look at that. Once it breaks this structure right above here, we go down to that 30-minute. Let's go back down to that 30-minute. We break above this on the 30-minute. Then we know that we're probably going to get this next 30-minute, get a little baby retest, and then shoot all the way back up. Again, to 5,400, because it's very, very possible. We might get something like that. You see how this candle's like this? We might get a green candle like that on this side where it just shoots up. Again, that could happen during London session. London session typically happens, around like 11, 2 a.m.-ish. But now we're going to go back down to the 15 minutes. So to find the entry, again, if this 15-minute breaks the structure, then yeah, that's when you want to go in, because you could even catch a nice little 5-minute scalp trade, 50 to 100, break even as soon as you're in profit. As soon as you hit 50 pips, put your stop loss in profit, all right? Or at least at break even right here. This is a trade that I'm going to call out. Usually they hit while we're live, so let's see. Let's see. We could stay live. We could stay live right here. Honestly, I want it to go to 54, so I'm going to leave it high at 54. But then I'm going to put this right here, 100 pips. Boom, boom, boom. 100 pips right there. 50 pips would be right here, okay? 12, yep. If my entry's at, 67, it would be 12. All right, that's 50 pips, okay, guys? And 100 pip stop loss right here. Okay, and again, we want to see this break and close above. Let's break and close above, get the retest, and then go back in. Under. Be a little bit longer. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay. Now, if we don't see that, then you're obviously going to see what we talked about before. See this come back down here. Probably get maybe some consolidation. Again, this is gold that we're talking about. We're in the middle of a war right now as well. So I knew this was going to probably slow down because there was that big ass buy. That was like, again, 1,000 pip move that had just market opened. And people, usually I thought it was going to keep going. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to go up another 1,000, another $200 or $100. And that's why I got out of my trade because I didn't want to be greedy. I'm like, man, we could think it might go up all the way to where we want it, but it might not. So I just, again, you gotta just learn to be okay with TP. That's why you gotta learn to be okay with this 50 pips. As soon as it's in, stop lossing that break even. It just secures you. It secures your account. It secures your funds. Our goal is to have you guys be profitable traders, not half-ass traders. All right. And again, this thing could hit right now. I'm hoping that it hits right now. But if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. I'm gonna stay on this until it hits. Joel, I'm not sure if you're on here or if you wanted to say anything, my brother from another mother. But welcome and thank you to everybody, man. I appreciate you guys for joining up the call. And if you could hear me, thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right. Let's see here. Let's put some music on, man. Anybody got any questions? Y'all good? I can't even check the chat. There we go. Now I can see it. This is what I had playing. This is what I had playing earlier, y'all. Joe with 32 in it.
Go get the album and the EP. Look, I know they talking shit. That's why I'm living with a shit. I'm like a victim.
Message me if you got any questions. I'm gonna leave this up right here. All right, guys. But that's TSQ, man. That's Splash Bros. Let's get it.
Poppy with the trick, cause I do it how the pros. I can put you on, come on, baby, lift up and watch daddy. He gonna show you, dog. This rap shit be regular. Fuck niggas. I don't see competitors. We ain't the same, cause I be letting her. And I know your type. Why you sweating her? Acting just like Nike, all these niggas trying to fight me, but that tough talk and slimy shit, bet it up. We can knuckle up. It's really what you want to do, shit. I could grab that thing and make a double dutch. Shout out Buddha Evie. He just doubled up. Type of shit I'm trying to see my youngest coming up. Still ain't heard about Evie, been I fuck with us. Don't let me lock eyes with your bitch, I'ma fuck it up. I lie to my bitch, she gon' help me come. I told you little niggas, I'm the chosen one. I'ma show you little niggas how it's really done. Peak game, little brody, but I make them fall in love. Look, I know they talking shit, that's why I'm living with a stick. Something like a pick the way I'm scouting for the bitch. I listen what you did, dog, I ain't never switch. All about my chick, just keep your hands up on my dick. I don't even trip, cause I know no one showed you. Sloppy with the drip, cause I do it how to post it. I can put you on, come on, baby, lift up and watch daddy, he gon' show you. Watch daddy, he gon' show you. I can post it real nice and sell dope too. Every time you swipe your card, it never go through. Nobody answer when I call. I get the Pro Tools. I might die if I don't got it. That's why I tote tools. That's why I tote blinks. I like to smoke shit. When I get the M, I'ma flip it. I won't post pics. The hoes let her say that I'm tripping because I don't shit. Used to stack your tickets, stay on the business. Get off the dirt shit. Every time my phone ring, it make me crack a smile. What you mean I be put up? I'm out in traffic now. Then I pull up on me playing, I'll pack you down. I gotta keep like 5,000 just to wrap around. I gotta keep a nickel just to speak. My kids think I'm rich, so it cost me a ticket just to eat. It's hard to stack a 50 when you been spending 10 a week. I ain't had no harder hits, so I told Twin to sit a freak. Look, I know they talking shit, that's why I'm living with a stick. Something like a pimp the way I'm scouting for the bitch. Regardless what you did, dog, I ain't never switch. All about my chick, just keep your hands up on my dick. I don't even trip, cause I know no one showed you. Floppy with the trick, cause I do it how to. Hey, AKBZ, they gon' love this one. Shout out to I pray to God that He forgive me for my sins and let the losses break me. I just took them on the chin. I'm bossed up now. I'm finally starting to win. I'm in my bag if you want to do rock in. Hey, they left me for dead, but I just ain't dying. He had the chance to go and get him, but he just ain't fine. You watched me in the rain, now watch me shine. My brother just started taking, it must be my time. I just bought another chain so they can hate me again. I know these niggas want some money, but they just can't score. I'm chasing after chip till my legs is sore. Legs,
I don't even know who plays that. I don't even know who that is. Cinco the Joint. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna come back on these charts right quick. I'm in no trades right now, y'all. All right. I want you guys to understand that. I'm in no trades right now. I already made my profit. I'm cool. I wanted to make profit, market open. My goal right now is to see what really happens during New York session. Okay. Because we see well, at least 6:30. If we're gonna go back down to 6:30, we'll go down to an hour. Hour chart. Boom, boom, boom. All right, this happened at 6 a.m. So this happened at 6 a.m. Running out of time. I got what? I got 10 minutes left. Cool. Right here. Boom. 6 a.m. This thing just took off. So 6 a.m. our time is 8 a.m. is 8 a.m. New York time. Okay. So that's why we say the NY session. I have 7:30. I'm actually gonna change that to 6:30. I'll change that later. But you guys know what I meant. In this case, I want to see that thing shoot up tomorrow morning. Honestly, I wouldn't even stress any trades right now. I mean, you could trade. I'm not saying don't trade, but to stress, it's not worth it. It's not even like it's not jumping the way it needs to. Look, it's selling right now, and I'm telling you guys that if anything below these golden zones breaks through, so anything below the 53.46, yeah, that bad boy is gonna sell probably back down to 53. And maybe liquidate over here on the 52.75, maybe. So you might see something like right here, because this thing could just wick and then come right all the way back up. Because you got to think, bro, there's people still in trades from over here from Friday. Like this thing could even come smack people over here and come all the way right back up. You don't know, man. And that's where it gets tricky and it gets scary. And then that's why you got to have a strategy and not be greedy. Because why would you try to catch all the? I mean, you could catch, if you know it's selling right now, you could catch a quick scalp trade, quick 100 pips on a scalp for a sell. From this entry that we've already called right here where it did not break structure, you could have caught the sell. You could have most definitely caught the sell because that's how good the golden zones that we call and the TSQ, that's how good it works. Because when we're in these trades and you see these things not smacking through, what does that tell you? That's initiating like, yo, gold is respecting this area. Let's see what it's gonna go retest now. And we're like it's retesting these golden zones. Look, it's gonna come back down to 53.53 right now, guaranteed. Right now, in this moment. All right. We're already on a new 30-minute candle. This thing might even smack. I told you guys like the retest. I said it might even just retest and then what? Shoot all the way back up because gold is that volatile. But how can you catch these trades? You got to be quick. You got to be following the market structure. And then what we've already found out right now that it's selling a little bit, so it stayed below this area. If anything below goes over here, then yeah, you're gonna keep seeing that sell to right here in this area. And I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it. Like I like the buy right now. I want it to buy right now. I mean, of course. But then if you get in the buy right now, you're gonna be fucking stressing. You don't want to be stressing on these buys. Especially if you're going in like, with a crazy lot size or, even if you're going on a regular lot size, and what I mean by regular is a 0.01, the proper risk management that you're supposed to be doing as soon as you become a live trader. All right. So when you're doing these, like again, the retest could happen where if you start to see anything below over here, you're going to see it probably tank more over here. Okay. And then anything below this boxed area right here, you'll probably see it come back down to 53. Okay. But we want to see what can gold do right now. What can gold do right now? It's already shot up and it's not moving. It's not, it's in that mode where it's just doing this right now. It's consolidating. We don't know what it wants to do because if you go down to the smaller time frames, and you know what? I'm gonna even throw my indicators up right now. Let me see what my indicators are doing. I don't usually show these, but I'll show them. Because I pay for all this right here, and it's nothing crazy. Like I believe I even have them on my calls. Just gotta find them. I don't even know what call I have it on. Wouldn't even be able to tell you. I just know I put it on one of my calls on accident, but I still have to upload the call. But these indicators right now, these EMAs, we talk about these EMAs. Like right now, if I go to the higher time frame on the EMA, you'll probably see the crossover. Look at that shit. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, look, the EMA is way up here, bro. What? Yeah, it been crossed. So this is a 4 hour. The 4 hour crossed way down here. Way down here. And it's ever since it crossed, look at in that golden zone too, bro. It crossed in that golden zone, man. That's fucking crazy. In that golden zone, those EMAs cross. And as soon as those EMAs crossed, gold has not came back down because you are in that continuation. And when that EMA crosses over, it crosses over. And when it comes back down whenever it wants. And that's why I say we're in that uptrend. Okay. Now you could catch these scalps with this EMA because this EMA works the same way. The EMA don't lie. And look, even on the 15-minute, you can start to see the sell even bigger time frames. Look at that. And if I
Yeah, it's touching your zone at 5, 3, 6, 7. That where you wanted it to retest that on the 4 hour hit. That's the wick.
yeah,
Touching it with the wick.
the little Wixky. Okay, it's gonna come back down right here. Look at that. Told y'all. Look at that, guys. Am I crazy or what? Am I fucking crazy? Yeah, I'm fucking crazy. I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. But I'm a crazy good guy. I like when people win. I told you guys I don't want to see y'all lose. Like it's fucking insane. I don't even like I hate losing. In this game, you got to be proper though. You got to be like my brother Joe says, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you're prepared, you're not going to fail. But you got to prepare nicely and you got to prepare neatly. And in these markets, you can't get emotional. When you lose, you got to just take the L, walk away. All right, take the L, walk away because then that's going to be what? Your revenge trading. Okay, revenge trading. Look at that. Just told you guys that was a fire sell. I literally said that. I said it's gonna hit right now. I got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, let me know. Now is the time. But if you want to watch this thing with me, that's cool. You definitely can. Like I said, I got 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds now. But I want to see this bad boy touch right here. Maybe even come back down right here. Because look at that. Look at this. Look at this area over here. Like I said, these wicks, they tell stories. So this wick, it like wicked this area. And this one, it wicked over here. Look at that. Look, while I'm talking about it, that's crazy. That's crazy. Here, let me take away these in this indicator so that way you guys could see it. Look at that. Oh no. Damn it. My PS5 just went into rest mode. Not trying to have that happen. All right, I'm about to hop on Battlefield, y'all. That way I don't have to trade. Really don't want to trade in these times right now. Or at least until it hits those areas. Like you see how it's hitting this golden zone? Boom. If you would have got in that golden zone, because golden zones, when I mark these white golden zones, that's like initiation. Oh shit, CJ is calling that buy. Right now, you would be up 30 pips. 30 pips, easy. And if you want, you could have put your stop loss in profit. Boom, you're already up $30 on a 0.01, you're up $3. Boom. Now you're up 50 pips right now, 50 pips. Boom, 50 pips. Now you're in stop losses break even. 0.01 at 50 pips would have been $5. A 0.1 Zero would have been $50. A 1.0, you would have made $500 right now. Literally in what? Fucking 30 seconds. That's why we trade gold. It's so volatile and there's so much money. Like you wouldn't have even you still wouldn't have even hit your stop loss. You would still be in. You'd be in the trade right now, just floating money. Money's just moving so fast. It's just like you just see this shit just going like down, up, down, up, down, up, like going from 500, 200, 500, 200. And you know, look at that. 50 pips, hit your first golden zone. Hit that golden zone, boy. Come on now. But still be careful, all right, guys, because this thing, shit, if it breaks this golden zone, that's why you gotta have stop profit. That's why you gotta have, stop loss break even. Because if this thing tanks below, you already know, like, oh shit, cool, like I'm good. I saved my ass. I saved my ass. I don't gotta stress. Cool, hit my stop loss, whatever. Let's see what it does. Because right now, if it breaks through that shit,